Cognitive engagement of students. Why this topic? Is it necessary for today's situation? Yes, it is always necessary because students are the pillars of every educational institution. I have realized from my past teaching experience that the student engagement is absolutely essential for the student learning. If the students are not engaged with the content to be mastered, they will not learn it. I saw many students with emotional problems struggling to pay their attention. Student engagement is important for educational institutions, academic performance, academic achievement, learning, disruptive behaviors at educational institution to avoid the early dropouts and maintaining the image and status of the institution. Over the decades, we are talking about thinking about thinking, and playing with thinking. What we all want for students. As our Bardhyar University Vice Chancellor has rightly pointed out that the critical thinking can use to enhance the competency of students in the competitive world. In promoting the dimensions of students' engagement with the educational institution, the teachers are constantly working to connect with their students. An attitude of engagement might include students' motivation, values of learning, individuals' interest, and belief in self-success. Some students may think, tell me and I forget. Some may think, teach me and I may remember. Many of the students think, involve me and I learn. This is the words which was given by Benjamin Franklin about the students. Yes, some teachers are naturally compelling and inducively spark a zest for learning in students, but most of us have to work at it. According to William Arthur Ward, teaching is more than imparting knowledge. It is an inspiring change and acquiring understanding. We need to provide our students with activities that are innovative and challenging as well as purposeful if we want them to be engaged in learning. Caring about the students beyond the boundaries of the classroom is the first step of sparking engagement. Engagements are there: behavioral engagement, emotional engagement, and cognitive engagement. Behavioral engagement describes how the students feel, think, and behave with others. Emotional engagement is the sense of belongings of the students, like their anxiety, interest, boredom, etc. Cognitive engagement involves the students' efficiency in preparing their task. Cognitive engagement. How far students are willing and able to take the learning task. The amount of effort students are willing to invest in working on the task. Students engaged in higher order thinking develop a depth of understanding. Researchers from the University of Calgary, cognitive engagement is the investment that students place in their learning and their ability to strategically think and place relevance on their work to everyday life. Other researcher refers cognitive engagement as those moments when learners are completely absorbed in a task, their brain are processing information intensely and they are aware of their own learning. Factors influencing the student engagement. There are two factors, namely direct factors and indirect factors, which helps to influence the student engagement. Direct factors involves the learning resources. Say for example, text, videos and software. And the teaching competency is the skills and talent of the student. Knowledge base is nothing but technology used to store the information and learning style of the students. These are all the direct factors which influence the student engagement. The indirect factors consisted of three, that is social network, teaching context and technology through LMS like Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Teaching context is the teacher's decisions to decide the text. Technology through LMS is the web-based technology used in administration, documentation, reporting, tracking the information, delivery of course materials, training programs, learning and development programs are the indirect factors which also helps to influence the student engagement. Levels of student engagement. First level is rebellion level. Under this, student refuses to do the work with negative attitudes. That is, they have diverted attention and no commitment. Then second level of student engagement is the retreatism. Under this level, student does not participate any activity and learn nothing. That is, they have no attention and also no commitment. The third level of student engagement is ritual compliance. Under this level, the student is willing to put attention but learn at very low level. The strategic compliance is the next level of student engagement. Under this, the task has a direct value to the students and will not retain what is learned by the students. That is, the students have high attention but low commitment. And last level of student is the engagement. That is, student is highly engaged with their activity with high commitment. The student associate with the task with a result that has a meaning and value for the students. Student engagement comprised of student curricular activities, extracurricular activities, their feedback and voluntary participation in the decision making. What are the ways to promote student engagement? Enhance students' self-belief, enable the students to work autonomously and enjoy learning, recognize that teaching and teachers are central to engagement, create learning is active, collaborative and fosters learning relationships. Create educational experiences for students that are challenging and enriching and that extend their academic abilities. Ensure that institutional cultures are welcoming to students from diverse backgrounds. Adapt to changing student expectations. Invest in a variety of support services. Enable students to become active citizens. Enable the students to develop their social and cultural capital. Encourage the students to participate in social media, that is, usage of social media to be encouraged. Celebrate the greatness of students. Provoke conversation and challenge students. Use automation to monitor student progress and communicate with the students. These are all the ways to promote the student engagement in a proper way. There are some tips which is available for creating the cognitive learning in the classroom. The first tip is encourage the exploratory play. The students are encouraged to participate in the exploratory play. Then second one is be mindful of the types of questions that is asked by the learners. The teacher should plan a proper lesson. Don't be afraid to go cross-curricular activities. Use puzzles to encourage deduction. Encourage your learners to describe what they have done. How do we know when students are engaged? The students are paying attention if they track the lesson with their eyes. The students are taking notes with alert, listening to the tutors by answering their questions. Students can ask questions on a basic surface level. Students are always responding to the questions raised by the tutors at whole group or small group or at four corners. In simple, teacher engagement is the student engagement. There are some barriers which affect the effective learning of the learners. Emotional barriers, motivational barriers, and learning disabilities. Under the emotional barriers, the students face fear, that is fear of criticism, fear of judgment, fear of failure, and fear of rejections. Shame, that is learners would feel their work will never be as good as others. Emotional sensitivity, that is overwhelmed and lose control over the learner's emotions. Adjusting to change. Adaptability can impact the ability to learn by the learners. The second barrier which affects the learners are the motivational barriers. The first motivational barrier is out of flow, that is underperformance. If the challenge is too low, they lose motivation. And second one is lack of a goal, that is little goal gives importance than the best goal. Procrastination, that is some things are not always enjoyable but that is most necessary. Lack of prioritization, the learners are not always put first things first. The learning environment is the motivational barrier which also affect the learners, that is the environment is not good. Learning disabilities is the barrier which also affect the effective learning of the learners. The first learning disability is depression by the learners. Second one is dyscalculia, that is a person has a trouble in understanding the mathematics. Dyslexia, that is a person has a trouble in understanding writing the word. The next learning disability is the dysgraphia, that is a person has a trouble in understanding and forming the letter when writing. The people with learning disabilities process information differently to others. These are all the barriers which are faced by the learners in effective learning. If the teacher acts as a bridge between the students' barriers and their outcomes, both the student and teacher will get best outcomes. Factors improving the cognitive ability. The first and foremost factor is the critical thinking, which helps to increase the cognitive engagement of the students. Under the critical thinking, some points are there, that is creation, evaluation, analyzing the information, applying the information, understanding and remembering the information. It's nothing but what the students know, how do they know, what is important to the students, what is missing by the students, what is the plan of action made by the students, and what will be the result. The next factor which helps to improve the cognitive ability is exercise. Physical activity boosts blood flow to the hippocampus, which is responsible for the learner's memory. Take up a new hobby is the next factor that helps to choose a hobby that requires learning. Learning activity develops new connections between neurons which slows down cell loss. Managed stress is the another factor which helps to improve the cognitive ability. The managed stress, that is nothing but people with high stress level experiences more cognitive problems than people who are stress free. Socialist friendships and positive relationships help to protect against the memory loss. Meditation, that is, improves memory, decision making and attention span. Eat foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids which are known for improving brain function. Properly engaged by enjoyable learning, motivating, stimulating them in a proper way, definitely they will get good grades with good result. The teacher continuum includes all the cognitive, that is intellectual and behavioral change throughout the teaching life of the teachers. That is, as new experiences modifies the existing practices. The teacher's roles will be from lecturer to coach. The 21st century educator would have the following characteristics. That is, the teacher would be the doctor, communicator, learner, visionary, leaders, model, collaborator and risk taker. What the engaged students say, do and look like. Students are included and treated fairly. They show that they know when they are successful in task. They can make real, authentic choices and regulate own learning. The students seem secure and safe in their classroom. They are actively discovering, constructing and creating. The students are listening, observing, noticing and being mindful. They are immersed in task. They keep busy and active. They are not clock watching. Understand task expectations. Students saying, doing, writing and responding openly. They look satisfied and fulfilled after responding. They sit, walk tall, speak up and look self-assured. What the teachers teaching for the students' engagement? Teachers express with high expectations. They create personal human relationship with the students. Use a variety of space, student and room arrangements. Link to prior knowledge and experience. Plan and engage their time for academic learning. Teachers review frequently. Do continual assessment and feedback of the students. Teachers focus language on meaning, form and use. Seek evidences of participation and flow. Ensure all the students are always doing something. Teachers articulate rules for the participation of the students. They use list of evidence checks. They include lots of languages practices for the benefit of the students. Teachers use a variety of interaction modes or methods for the students. They structure tasks in rigorous, active and accountable ways. Skills needed for a teacher in 21st century. There are three types of skills which are needed in 21st century: learning and innovation skill, digital literacy skill, career and life skill. Under the learning and innovation skill, critical thinking, problem solving, creativity and innovation plays an important role. In digital literacy skills, information literacy, media literacy and ICT literacy will take an important place. Career and life skill describes the self-direction, social and cross-cultural interaction, productivity and outcomes will be based on some standards. That is critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration across networks and leading by influences, agility and adaptability, initiative and entrepreneurship, effective communication, both oral and written, accessing and analyzing the information, curiosity and imagination. 21st century skills are comprised of 4 C's, that is critical thinking, communication, collaboration and creativity. Before ending the presentation, ஆசிரியர் பணி என்பது தொழில் அல்ல, சேவை. ஆசிரியர் பணி செய்யும், கல்வியினை கற்பிக்கும் ஆயிரம் ஆசிரியர்கள். ஆனால் நோக்கம் ஒன்றேதான், மாணவன் முன்னேற வேண்டும் மற்றும் வெற்றி பெற வேண்டும் என்பதே. மாணவர்கள் கல் என்றால் ஆசிரியர்கள் சிப்பிகள். ஆம், கல்லும் உடையாமல் சிலையும் சிதறாமல் மாணவர்களை செதுக்கிய சிற்பிகள் ஆசிரியர்கள். பயிற்று பல கல்வி தந்து இந்த பாரதத்தை உயர்த்திட வேண்டும் என பாரதியின் கனவை நனவாக்கும் பொருட்டு அர்ப்பணிப்புடன் வேலை பார்ப்பவர்கள் ஆசிரியர்கள். பொறுமை, திறமை, கருணை, ஒத்துழைப்பு, படைப்பு, அர்ப்பணிப்பு, உறுதி, முன்மாதிரி, ஈடுபாடு, உத்வேகம், பரந்த மனம் என அனைத்தையும் கொண்டவர்கள் ஆசிரியர்கள். ஆசிரியர்கள் மாணவ சமுதாயத்தை உருவாக்குபவர்கள் அல்ல, உயிரூட்டுபவர்கள். மாணவனுக்கு சமூகத்தில் கிடைக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு வெற்றியும் தாம் கற்பித்த ஆசிரியரின் வெற்றியே. Respected participants, please keep in mind, yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That is why we call it as present. Today's students have very thirst in getting knowledge. We the teachers teach what the students wants. If the students are encouraged and empowered properly, we made our students from I won't do it to yes I did it. Let us celebrate student success as our success. Thank you.